Wade Airport is a workshop located in the forest region just outside of Charleston. It is quite possibly one of the largest workshops in Fallout 76, as the build area is very large. This airport is one of only two in the game, with Morgantown Airport being the largest in the region. So what makes this workshop so interesting? Well, to answer that, we need to understand the history of this airport. In the real world, this airport was originally named Kanawha Airport, and its construction began on October 18, 1944. That was when ground was first broken, but planning for this airport began many years before, in 1932. It wasn't till 1940 when the site was chosen. This site was known as Coonskin Ridge. Construction took 3 years to complete, and it was a true engineering marvel. To build this airport, they literally had to cut off the top of a mountain. During this process, more than 9 million cubic yards of earth and rock was removed from this mountain, and over 2 million pounds of explosives were required to help make this happen. Once complete, this airport was a thing of beauty. The entrance was framed in colorful granite, and a mural extended the length of the concourse ceiling, which was 85 feet long and 22 feet wide. Inside, there was also a coffee shop and a dining room. The airport was also home to the National Guard 167th Fighter Squadron. The reason for this was because the old airport that they called home was closed due to a rubber factory being built that blocked the runway. That airport was named Wirtz Field. In 1985, the airport was renamed after General Chuck Yeager. Chuck Yeager was a native West Virginian and a test pilot who made history when he became the first person ever to break the sound barrier. He flew the X-1 at Mach 1.05, which was at the time the fastest any aircraft had gone. He would go on to break that record multiple times. The airport, now named Yeager Airport, is used by many small to medium-sized aircraft. Most of the larger aircraft can carry around 20 passengers. These planes are generally used for shorter trips that connect to larger airports located in nearby states. It still houses the West Virginia Air National Guard's 130th Airlift Wing. In Fallout, Wade Airport was also used by small to medium-sized aircraft and also housed a military air wing. There are several hangars that have either broken down aircraft or miscellaneous workshop equipment. This airport was built in the same manner as the real-world counterpart. As for lore, there is a note at the guard shack. Reading this note, guard note, just a friendly note from the daytime guards. It's probably not a good idea to let the mechanics bring their personal vehicles through so they can work on them during work hours. Whatever they're giving you in return, is it worth losing your job over? By the way, this is an airport. There are cameras everywhere. We all see you. So it seems that the night guard was letting mechanics take their vehicles through the security gate, which we all know is a big no-no at airports, especially since the country was already in a state of heightened awareness and airports would most definitely have been high security areas. I think the day guards were giving the night guard a chance to put a stop to it before reporting him. I believe that this note was left here just before the bombs dropped, since it is here to be read. There is one Skylines plane that is wrecked on the runway. This plane is thought to have crashed upon a failed takeoff, but I don't think this is the case. Most people think this because of the emergency vehicles on the runway positioned as if they were fighting fires that would have happened with a crash. So let me explain what I think actually happened. This plane is a large aircraft, one that is too large for this airport to accommodate. You see, the devil is in the details. Look at the wingspan of this plane. The only way this plane fits on the runway is if it goes down the middle between the runways. Obviously, this could not be done. Also, look at the damage to the runway. It very clearly sustained a major impact, one that could not have happened had the plane been very close to the ground. So what did happen then? Well, in any major nuclear conflict, one tactic is to detonate a nuclear device in the upper atmosphere. This creates a massive electromagnetic pulse. I think this happened over the Appalachian region, which caused multiple aircraft to crash. This plane lost power, glided to the airport, and slammed into the ground and air traffic control tower's base building. This event would also explain many of the other downed aircraft throughout the region. The emergency crews reacted as quickly as they could, but within minutes, the bombs would have followed, leaving the vehicles in place as they are found by the player. Now that the mystery of the crash has been solved, and we now know what makes this airport so special, what are your thoughts about this airport? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like and subscribe for more content. As always, I'm just glad you stopped by, and I'll see you in the next one.